morning, guys. It is the 3rd of October and I'm finally leaving for my trip. We're setting off for the airport off to Heathrow pretty soon. Then it's a 5-hour flight over to Jordan, over to Amman. Finally getting on this journey. So I don't want to hang around for much longer. Time to get the bag on, get in the car, let's go.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now.
Okay, so you finally join us in Amman after what felt like a very long time. As you can see Gemma here doing some filming, because in the background up here on the hill you can see the Amman Citadel, which is our main destination for today. We got in last night about 2 AM by the time we were asleep in the hostel, so we were a little bit tired. Because we were tired, it was necessary to find some coffee. We found some awesome Turkish coffee, really good, full of caffeine, full of flavour as well. So full of food and coffee. We've seen some sights. We're on a nice trek basically to here. Let's get moving. This is what MTV Cribs would look like back in 1730 AD. Let's go and visit this person's lovely abode. Okay, so as we pass through the front door here, we find a lovely 1-bedroom apartment with all amenities and a free pair of underwear for whenever you need it. God, they lived in absolute luxury. You join me now as I walk down what would have been the King/Queen's walkway. We've come through the entrance there with a lovely wooden timber dome. Walking down the street, as you can see, this would have led through into the throne room, which is what we're going to go and see right now. I'm making the assumption that I basically stood in where the throne of the royalty would have been. Let's go and explore more of the Citadel, get a drink, go to the cafe, see what more Amman has got to offer. So we're now leaving the Citadel by some very lovely old steps. We finished off walking the grounds, passed through the old mosque, through the archaeological museum, saw loads of stuff from 10,000 years ago. It's just crazy what history there is in just one small space. Time to get back to the hostel and chill out for a little bit and then figure out something for dinner. So yeah. Okay, so you may be able to tell from my slightly dishevelled look, but we've had a lovely evening. We're going to get up at 5:30 and then head to the bus station for 6. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. Yeah, it's good night, and good night to the first leg of the travels. I feel like I've done so much in one day already. Time to go to sleep, and next time you see me, I'll be somewhere in Petra. We have finally made it to Petra. Day 2 of the travels. We've already crammed so much in. I think that because we get 2 days with our Jordan Pass in the park and there's just so much to do, that we're going to go in and have a look at the entrance things, and there's some extra walks you can do. We're going to go and have a nosy around them, and then tomorrow morning, first thing, we're going to head over to the far side to the monastery and then walk all the way back through. So don't worry if that means absolutely nothing to you right now. It will make sense as I actually go through and do it and take you with me. We're inside Petra for the first time. This place is amazing. There is no words to describe just how astounding and just perfectly built and constructed and chiseled this whole place is, and the fact that it's still standing today after so many thousands of years is just insane. I can't wait to get further into this park and see more. As you can see, we've reached the treasury, the first step along the main trail, and because it's the afternoon, it is absolutely rammed, disgustingly busy. It's just so noisy here, as you can probably hear, but just words cannot describe, so I'm just going to show you it right now. Excuse the hat and the glasses, it is now bright and very warm. Got to stay sheltered as a pale white man. Join me atop a very high place. In fact, it is called the high place of sacrifice. This here is where they would sacrifice animals, I assume, to the gods. So we've come off of the main trek from the treasury down towards Petra to this point where we are now, where there is more or less no one around us. It is simply us, possibly 2 other people further down there. We're now going to take what's called the Wadi Al Farash Trail. It's going to go down into this valley and it's going to come in to the south gate of Petra, and we'll rejoin the main trail eventually. A bit more of a scenic route than the main touristy trail. Once we get back to the main trail, we're going to come back on ourselves and get back to the hostel. Another day, another Jordanian diner, I'm sure you could say here. It is now day 3 of our stay here in Jordan, and we will be having a breakfast soon at our wonderful Nomad Hotel. You join me on the rooftop cafe and bar of this place. It's absolutely amazing. Really, really cool. And the views, obviously, something to behold. With some terrible camera work, I do apologise. We're going to get some breakfast here in the hotel. Then we're going to get one of the free shuttle buses that are provided with your ticket round to Little Petra. Then from that point, you get a government organised car 4x4 that takes you off through the desert. This is going to help us because it brings you out by the monastery, which is the furthest thing away. So from where I'm sat now, it's probably 10 kilometers. So yeah, that's our plan for today. After we've had some breakfast, head round there, go to see the monastery, and then come back up the main trail, similar to what we did yesterday, but ticking off everything that we didn't get to do. Let's get back in to the Lost City of Petra. We've made it via shuttle bus that was free, except for a small tip, because rather than waiting for it to fill up, they just took me and Gemma on our own, so can't complain too much. We've made it to Little Petra, a very small sort of standing monument in comparison with the rest of the park. It is at the top end. It's a couple of kilometers away from the monastery, but it's our quickest version of getting in there. So we're going to have a wander around this place first, and then look at getting a truck over to the monastery to begin the proper day's walking. Little Petra, tick, lovely little place. We've got a short walk now to the Neolithic village. From there, we'll get our special car. To my Neolithic crib. Soon we're going to be approaching the monastery. I just wanted to show you this path that we're currently walking on. It's just literally us at the moment in this canyon on this path. With just rock hanging over the top of us. Crazy stuff, but we're almost at the monastery and we're quite looking forward to the sit down, I guess. I would like to point out that we took this route to avoid the steps that everyone was talking about. No words needed, just look at this. Now to begin the actual steps down. Okay, you join me now in the heart of the main city of Petra. I'm inside the Great Temple, over 2,000 years old, as most things here are. Apparently this site has been one of the key archaeological dig sites for the Brown University in understanding and researching about the former ways of life in Petra. And I am lucky enough to be sat, quite literally, in the middle of the Great Temple. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? You rejoin me now inside one of the royal tombs. This is the most magnificent of them. It's called the Urn Tomb. As you can see above me, it is absolutely stunning in the way the sediment layers and the rocks have formed. Not to mention it's got one of the best views ever, which I shall show you just about now. And just like that, 2 days of Petra done with. We've done a combined about 100,000 steps over the last 2 days between us. A lot of walking, but as you will have seen from the footage, there's a lot to see. 2 days done as I walk now up the As-Sik, which is the historic road into Petra, forged when the two mountains either side of me here, when they split thousands of years ago, created a gorge, which was then used to head down into the settlement and down into Petra. Plan is now then, a bit of food, then head back to the hostel for a shower, maybe a quick nap, a couple of beers in the rooftop bar, which you'll probably see to phase out this video. The next time you see us, we will be down in Aqaba. I believe it's probably going to be the next video as well. So from this Amman and Petra vlog, I shall see you soon. Bye bye.